Been a bitch.
All right. What's up, y'all?
Hey.
Welcome to episode 38. The Evening Juice with Lemon City Live. It's Friday Night Happy Hour show.
Yes,
I'm your boy Fungus. That's Larry Fresh over there.
Yeah.
We got Alex Windley, soccer expert down here. How's it going?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Pretty good. How did you take in that whole international break?
Well, Inter Miami needed it for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll get into that in just a second. If you're watching, you're probably watching on our Facebook page at Lemon City Live, on our Twitter page at Lemon City Live, or the 5 Reasons YouTube network. You can follow them at 5 Reasons Sports. Thank you very much, 5 Reasons Sports, for hosting us. So, yeah, man, let's get right into it. We have a full show for you tonight. We're going to talk some soccer. We're going to talk some baseball, some NBA Finals. So,
I'm going to try to squeeze in a little F1 report
F1
there in the middle.
FU. That's right. Hey, Edwin, show us that F1 or FU shirt,
yes,
bro.
Dude, check this. Wait,
it's sweet. Show us the back. Look at that.
Can
you turn around real quick?
Hold on. I got to take off the headphones. A second.
Where is it? Sweet. F1 or FU? Look at that. It's beautiful.
Yeah. You like that, huh? Dude, I was so excited. I'm so proud of this shirt. I'm so proud
Alex,
of
I know you live down south. Are you close to the racetrack at all?
Homestead Raceway?
Yeah.
No, I'm a couple, still 40 minutes out from there.
Yeah, right. Oh, okay.
So you're not that far down. Are you a race fan at all? Have you gotten into a little bit of it?
Well, there's that F1 on Netflix show that looks super interesting. I'm gonna watch that eventually. Yeah, it looks cool, but yeah, it's
really good.
Sport. I should watch it.
We highly recommend it.
Yes, definitely. And I'm telling you, I've dabbled in racing a little bit. I knew about what F1 was. Achilles got into that TV show, and now we're like the number one F1 podcast. That's awesome. South Florida. So
you get a Timo Werner cameo in the show. So
yes.
Oh,
yeah. There's a little soccer touch there.
There's a soccer connection.
Nice.
So definitely highly recommend the show. I mean, if you just like good TV and an interesting show, and then it's gonna get you into the race. But anyway, we're gonna talk race. We're not here to bore you with the racing stuff. We're here to lure you in with it, so you can stick around for that later. But what we got you here for is it's soccer. We've, like Gus said, international break is over. We finally get back on the pitch. We've dabbled in it a little bit. Last night there was a Gold Cup game. That USA C team did what they had to do. What was the final score on that? 5-1, I believe, or 6?
Yeah, 6-1. It was a rout.
There you go.
Yeah.
There's Sean Stanley talking trash already. I like it. The show is better just because Achilles is out. Addition by subtraction. Oh, bad burn, Achilles, dude.
Them's fighting words.
Yeah, man. Sean,
2 big men.
Yeah. Sean, I got to get you on. We got to talk, man. I got to talk some wrestling with you later, man. I'm all into this Broken Skull sessions on Peacock, and I need to talk to somebody about it. So we'll have to plan something there. But, okay, anyway, we're back. Inter Miami's back, all right? Let's start there. Let's start local here. Inter Miami's back. We've got new additions. I saw Gibbs, Marshman, and what's Indiana?
Yeah, Vasilev.
Yeah. He's American, right?
Yeah, born in Georgia.
Wow, that's a nice, cool name there, man. Indiana Vasilev. All right. What's up?
And he's coming from where?
Ashton Villa. He's on loan from Ashton Villa.
Yeah, so he's got some some excitement there with him, coming over here. We've needed scoring. We haven't had that. So we got 3 guys. How soon can we see these guys on the pitch for Inter Miami?
Honestly, tomorrow. They all made the trip to New York. I don't expect Gibbs to start, but Neville did allude that he could possibly get some minutes at the end. I think Marsman will start. I think Indiana will also get some minutes.
Oh, okay. So right off the bat then. Okay. And are we real talk here, Alex? Yeah, Achilles is my go-to on this. He spits it how I like it. Tell me, is this something to get excited for? Are these 3 names that we can look forward to like real results and making an impact, or are these just bodies right now and we don't know what to expect?
Well, regardless, Inter Miami does need a result. I think that Marsman, the addition, that's going to be huge. He's already a bit of a step up from McCarthy. He straight away during his press conference, he was like, "I'm here. I'm ready to play. I'm physically fit. I want to start." Gibbs, he's going to take a while. He's still, he's coming off that season with West Brom. He's still getting into fitness, but I do expect him to get some cameo minutes tomorrow. In Indiana, Neville did say that he will surprise some people. So you can get excited. Yeah, you can get excited about him, but I don't want to place Inter Miami's hopes to make the playoffs on this 20-year-old player. But I do think they'll do well.
Why did Neville say that Indiana might surprise some people? What is it about this kid that's...
Because I honestly think I think it's just his technical ability, his speed, his pace, the fact that he's a lefty. I think that Neville really rates the younger prospects. So I know Miami fans may want more established players, but Indiana, he's played in England. He's got a couple of games for the Aston Villa first team. I do think that he'll provide that quality that Inter Miami's been missing.
All right. And he's a striker, or is he a winger?
He's a winger, attacking midfielder. I don't know why they list him as a center forward, but he's definitely more of a winger midfielder.
All right. So we got a young guy with some promise coming from the Premier League. We got an older guy who's on a decline, but is a name coming from the Premier League. And then we got this goalie who's coming from the Dutch league, right? Feyenoord, or I don't know how to pronounce it.
Feyenoord.
Feyenoord.
Yeah, Dutch name. But,
okay. And was he wasn't the starting keeper there, or was he?
I believe he was, yeah.
Okay.
I can double check that, but he was the starter for Feyenoord. He was training with them up until, I think, like 2 weeks ago, because he was still on holiday and he couldn't join Inter Miami yet, join up with the team. So he's just keeping fit with Feyenoord. So, he's a high quality.
Okay,
keeper.
so we got a legit starting top flight goalie there. Okay, so I can feel that, and McCarthy's definitely
number two.
Number two. Okay, all right, cool. All right, so we got some cool additions. We got something to get excited about. What we don't have is any wins in how many games now? It's we're on
like 5-3 losses, 6-3. I hope it's not. Yeah, they need to stop the bleeding.
Edwin had normally I hate when Edwin's hot takes, but he had a really good one. I think it was yesterday or today. He said, and I don't want to steal his thunder, but he basically said that Inter Miami has more jerseys than wins.
Oh yeah, I think so, right?
They come out with a new jersey like every other week, man. And like, come on, guys, like let's get some wins before we start.
Yeah, did you see the camo one?
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, oh my god, here we go. First it was the underwater one, then it was La Palma, and then we have another one. Now we have this camouflage. I hate gimmick jerseys just to have gimmick jerseys. I'm a huge uniform snob, and I hate it because what I really hate is that with MLS, it's they blanket the whole league with it.
Yeah.
So everybody's gonna do it, and it's just pointless. It's just money grab. I will not spend $1 on any of that stuff. I'll buy it on clearance at Ross later on if I find it, and that's about it. But
how are they gonna do camouflage versus camouflage games, like sand camouflage versus jungle versus ocean? Like,
I think those are pre-match tops. The ocean one was something that they did wear in game. Yeah, so even then, the camo looks.
No, come on, don't fall for this. Don't fall for this, Alex. I trust you. I like you. You're knowledgeable about this. Don't get lured into brown and green. That's not what we are. We're not any of that. We need more pink and more obnoxious colors. But okay, so we got the game. It's where are we playing tomorrow? In New York,
Red
right?
Bull, yeah, Red Bull Arena.
Okay, all right. Kickoff is at do we know? I'm sorry, I should have that information.
7 p.m.
Okay, 7 p.m. All right, Saturday night. Let's see. We got some new additions in here. Maybe we'll, figure this out a little bit. What would be? Okay, let's go back to the last game because I heard you. I was listening. By the way, congrats on the Heron.
Heron outlet,
Heron outlet. I was gonna say report because I'm just thinking about the F1 stuff still. The Heron outlet. Congrats. Great show. Been listening to it, and I heard you guys talking about the last game, saying that even though it was, they didn't get the result, you felt better with the way they played. It sounded like you were accepting the moral victory here, Alex. I don't like moral victories.
Yeah.
Is moral victory an option tomorrow? Or
no.
Okay, good.
No, they have to win.
Okay,
Or
awesome.
get a result. Even Neville's, he said, there's no more time to, there's no more time for moral victories. They need to win at this point. If they want a real chance of making the playoffs, they need to get a result, draw, win. They need to scrap a goal off a set piece. There's no more excuses for this team anymore, honestly.
What do we know about Red Bull? I mean, is it feasible here? Are we up against a really good team?
They're a bit of a middle-of-the-pack team. I believe they're like 7th or 5th. I'd have to double-check in the Eastern Conference. They've got a good team. A couple of young players. Ex-Inter Miami player Andres Reyes is also on that team, but he will be injured, so he won't be playing in that game. But yeah, they've got a good team. They high press. They're really energetic. It could be very difficult for Inter Miami, especially if they want to play out the back. So it's going to be a game where Miami has to go a bit more direct, over the top, towards Lewis Morgan, towards Carranza, Higuain, whoever starts. And luckily, Marsman is good with his feet, unlike McCarthy. So it's definitely a bit feasible playing out of the back that way. But yeah.
All right, and there's no chance of Thierry Henry and Cahill coming out of retirement. We don't have to fear that, right? Going up against this Red Bull team. All right, okay, so got to get it together, man. We got to get it together. It's been really, really, really disappointing because I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, the fans are the next home game is the following week, right?
Yeah, against Montreal. Again. Actually, let me double check that.
Yeah, I think
it's another home game.
And then I think we have Philly as well
against New England, which is even worse. They're top of the Eastern Conference.
We gotta man. We've been saying it. The fans have been great. Fans have been awesome. There's a lot of passion. Everybody's motivated, but man,
what I like is if Inter Miami gets a win this weekend, they're gonna come back home for 3 straight home games, so they can build some momentum going into this game. You know what I mean?
For sure.
You imagine if we're coming in with a win tomorrow and we come in next game, off of that win, that place is going to be rocking.
Oh, for sure.
It's going to be nuts. All right, so we got that going on. Alex, we just wrapped up Euros. We just wrapped up Copa America. I'm sure you were watching that as well. Are you into all those and then Gold Cup as well? You've been kind of dabbling in all that stuff?
I have.
All right.
I've been glued to my television.
Nice.
It has been a good time. I mean, the international break did provide us that, and then hey, next year we get to do it all over again with the World Cup.
this U.S. men's national team that they fielded for Gold Cup is how Edwin said, it's a C squad. I feel like they're looking to fill those last 2 spots that are gonna represent in the World Cup next year.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's basically what this is. Berhalter just chopping and changing, seeing what guys are going to help the U.S. next year or the rest of this year for World Cup qualifying. So it's definitely it's an MLS heavy roster. There are a couple European guys, but that's pretty much what this Gold Cup is. Yeah, they should win it, but it's more of who am I going to take with during World Cup qualifying?
Yeah, I feel like DK is in.
Yeah. He's a lot.
Who else from this Gold Cup squad do you think will make the World Cup squad?
Maybe Matthew Hoppe. From I think he plays with Schalke in Germany. He's another European guy.
Many Mexicans have played at Schalke, man.
Yeah, so many. Walker Zimmerman's another one. I think he's a lot to maybe not start, but get one of the bench roles. Yeah, there's a couple of guys on here that I do rate pretty high. So yeah.
Okay. I like that. She's got a rating. I picture on the other side of what she's seeing. There's a chart, some pie graphs and stuff, and she's like, this guy's 70. Telling you, man, that's how it is. I like that.
I'm also hyped for Women's World Cup.
Yeah.
I mean Olympics.
The Olympics, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm excited for that one.
There's so much good stuff coming up, man.
Yeah, man.
You were gonna say something, Gus? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
No, I was gonna say, obviously the U.S. women are always and they're always the favorites for the Olympics. Do you see any other team that could maybe threaten them?
On the women's side? I don't want to be disrespectful, but no.
Right?
Get the step in. Ain't nobody coming up against us.
For real.
Yeah.
Let me ask you, Alex. All right, so last weekend, we talked about it on Tuesday a lot. We talked about what it meant for Messi to win this Copa America and what a big deal that was for him, as well as we all agreed Italy was the best team out of any of those teams in any of the competitions. I really was impressed with them. They were just complete clicking everything, and we all also agreed that England they just got by. I don't know how they made it there. Just a lot of luck of the draw, you know. But what was your takeaway from Euros?
Well, one, I'm really glad Italy won because the way English fans, reacted to the loss and how they were just acting, a mess. They deserved to lose with that attitude. I feel bad for the players who got racially abused after. There's no place for that in football. Yeah. So I feel bad, and anywhere. Yeah. And so Italy winning was definitely, it should have happened because they were the better team, but England, like you said, I don't know how they got this far into the tournament. It was It was very odd, but
they're stacked with wingers. They had like Sancho on the bench. He barely got a couple of minutes in the last game. He didn't play anything. They had so many guys there. All the Chelsea guys got left, picked or left behind, and other guys were picked. Kyle Walker on the wing over over Reece James, and then on the other side they kept going with Luke Shaw. Never gave Chilwell a chance. It always comes back
to Edwin's Chelsea squad.
That's right, because why?
All the Chelsea guys got left on the bench.
Who won the Champions League, baby? You know what I'm saying? You want some championship. That's why they didn't win. You know what I mean? And if you look, who did win? Italy, and they had a couple of Chelsea guys that were starting and were factors. So
there you go.
This Southgate guy, bro. Give my boy Tuchel a call, and he'll give you the right scouting report, or hit up Alex, because I'm sure she had them higher on her pie charts over there. Then
she's got a flow chart somewhere.
So all right. So before we let you go, I gotta ask you, where are you now? Since everything is pretty much squared and equal with the whole Ronaldo Messi debate, you know what I mean? They both have one international title, right? They've got tons of individual accolades. Messi's got the one extra Ballon d'Or. This guy's got the one extra Champions League, and incredible records and everything. Where are you on whose side are you on? Who's your favorite and why?
This is a loaded question. I try to stay away from the Messi-Ronaldo debate. They're both phenomenal players. I don't know. They're both great. I don't want to choose. I'm really happy that Messi won.
Okay.
I am a Ronaldo fan. I just like the way he plays. I like, his intensity. But Messi, he's on another planet. So I think I don't even want to compare them because they're both brilliant players. I don't even think I can answer that.
I got you. I was just throwing that was a loaded one there. I was just I hate that question too. Hey, Michael Jordan or LeBron, or Ronaldo and Messi. No, obviously with context.
You love arguing those things. Bro.
No,
what are you talking about?
I do like that, but with context. With context, when we're having a discussion and it rolls into that, I'm good with it. But I'm not. I was just messing around. I want to blindside somebody with that. But just keeping with Messi here, though, like for him, you see the passion. You saw him crying. You saw the whole the emotion just pouring down, for you as a fan, obviously you seem to be a Ronaldo a fan. Was there any little bit of okay, kind of, a little jealousy there that he kind of got it, or are you just happy in the moment and, just because it was a nice moment?
Yeah, I was happy for Messi. I was happy for Argentina. I was sad for Brazil. I was rooting for them because of Richarlison, being an Everton fan. I wanted to see him get some silverware, so... But gotcha. I'm happy for Messi. I'm not happy he got mobbed here in Miami. I saw those tweets.
Yeah, over at Surfside, he's just hanging out there trying to be discreet. That's not good for us being able to lure him over here.
Honestly, it's not.
Yeah, we can't hit him with that. Oh, nobody, you'll be able to blend in more over here. Like, no, that's not working anymore. That's Inter Miami's not gonna.
He's gonna end up at Kansas City.
Oh yeah, dude. That'll probably happen there too. I would not be surprised if it happens there. Okay, so I to me it was great. It was great to see the guy. Obviously, remember it was 4 years ago when he said, "I'm done playing with the national team." After all the defeats and everything, and the unfair pressure that everybody throws on him, and he came through, and he performed. Now, I know you were going for Brazil, but man, I was happy they lost. I was not feeling that squad. You thought they played a good game, real talk? Like you really thought?
No.
No. What about their style of playing? Were they?
They've got that, Portugal England syndrome where they've got an abundance of riches, but their coaches play such a conservative
I like that.
brand of
Yes.
soccer when they could easily let them go and be flair and creative. It's really strange, but yeah, Brazil, they didn't play well. They should have done better, but yeah, I'm happy for Messi, happy for Argentina. All of them are getting tattoos now with the cup, so
That's awesome.
good for them. I'm happy.
All right. See, I was just not happy with the way Brazil played. Honestly, they were just, to me. I was telling Gus, to me, it was the influence of Neymar and the stigma that Neymar has of being a flopper was just spreading through that team. It was rampant. They were just diving everywhere, complaining.
That was their COVID. That was.
Yeah, for real. That thing was contagious, man. I saw everybody falling for that stuff, even guys that I wouldn't think would be one of those people. So but hey, my squad was Colombia. They played like absolute trash. I had one guy who scored a couple of nice goals, and I don't know how we made it to semifinals with like 3 goals. But hey, it was a weird tournament. But let's see. We'll be excited. But Alex, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Enjoy the game tomorrow. We'll have you back on hopefully to talk about a win soon. How about that?
I sure hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Thanks again for hanging out with us. Appreciate it, and you have a great evening.
Y'all too.
Take care. All right. Perfect. Hey, big thanks to Alex there for hanging out with us, man. I'm telling you, she has those pie charts and the bar graphs. She's got all that stuff. She's got the, she the other side of what we can't see, on the stream. You're seeing all that stuff moving around there, man. It's like the Matrix there. That girl knows her stuff, man.
For sure. And if you haven't read her articles, head to our website, lemoncitylive.com. Just go to the soccer section and go to the MLS, enter Miami, and you'll find her work there, man. She is in tune. If you want, you could also follow her on Twitter at AAW_1998. Alex Windley, she's great, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, absolutely. And Achilles, shut up and go back to taking your day off, all right? If you weren't here earlier, if you're still watching Achilles, why don't you check out this comment right here from your boy, Sean Stanley, right there. That was from the top rope right there, bro. Just came hard at you. Show's better, but I don't agree with them. I miss you. Have fun tonight. Gussie, man, let's talk a little basketball's in the news. Obviously, you got the finals picking up tomorrow.
Yes.
Do we have a series here? Or is this just are you okay? Has enough happened that you're gonna watch tomorrow?
I haven't been watching religiously, but I've watched.
Oh, so you've watched?
Yeah,
I haven't watched the second of the finals.
I know you haven't. You've told me a million times already.
I'm trying.
No, I've watched a good amount of the games, and I mean it's 2-2 in the finals. Okay. That's what you want, man.
Yeah,
that's what you want. You know what I mean? And it's not that the Suns are injured or anything like that. Everybody was giving them the series at the beginning, including me,
myself included.
I did not think the Bucks were gonna win 2 games. You know what I mean? And they've made it interesting. So
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm still.
And not only that, Giannis with those back-to-back 40-point games, dude. If he pulls it off, he's good. If the Bucks pull it off, you can't put shade on that guy's name anymore.
Oh, of course, I'm not gonna put shade. I don't put shade on his name right now either. I put shade all over Chris Middleton's name. I don't like that guy, bro. I'm not tuning in to watch Chris Middleton. He dropped like 30 or 40 on the other night as well. Milwaukee is just.
You just don't like him because he looks boring. Like Paul Pierce. Bro.
It's a cheap Paul Pierce.
And he doesn't have personality. But he's a baller, dude.
I like Giannis. Give me Giannis stuff all day, bro. But you know what? That's all I got for the finals. I'm not really invested in it as much as I thought. Maybe if we have a good game tomorrow night, I might watch. But I'm actually more excited about our Sunday tea time that we got going on for the first ever Lemon City Invitational. Gus and I are going to be out on the links on Sunday, so you can catch us up north. You know what I'm saying? We'll be out there. What?
Catch me outside. How about that?
That's right. Anyway, let's. I do want to talk a quick little basketball. So your boy, Dame Lillard, huh? Did you hear that?
Yeah, I saw that rumor. I also saw him deny the rumor.
Yeah, right. I saw because I saw a lot of stuff this morning. There was an article released, and there was that stuff, and then there's this pump the brakes. Like, wait a minute, it's not happening. That Giannis block that Achilles is talking about there on the chat, tremendo spawner. I don't buy it. I wasn't that turned on by the block. I thought it was a hell of a block.
Yeah.
But that could end up being a block that finishes where in a series where he loses 4-2. You know what I mean? Like that could still be the block of that.
Or that could be the block that becomes the turning point of the series.
It could be. It's to be determined.
Much like that LeBron block on our boy.
Yeah. I feel exactly. And see, not the best block. All right, Achilles has some sense here. Not the best block. Yeah, I don't there's a lot of hype like, "Oh, it's one of the greatest blocks." Like
Bam's block was better.
Yes.
Against Boston.
Better block there. The LeBron against Thiago splitter in the finals where he just met him at the rim, better block there. Yeah, and then I think
Bam's better block beats Boston.
Yes, Bam's better block beats Boston. Whoa. I like that. Oh, man. Ooh, that made me feel good there, bro. Nicely done.
Thank you.
Anyway, but I still think the benchmark block has got to be the LeBron chase down block. That's just the most. That's that shark on eating those seals on Shark Week. You know, just just coming in and grabbing it. That's the signature, man. And I don't know, this Giannis block was nice, but I wasn't up there with it, bro. This is me.
What was nice about Giannis's block is that he had his back to the guy.
Yeah.
And he turns around and just jumps to swat, and he swatted it.
Yeah. Again,
you know
great,
what I mean?
Great. Physical. It was a hell of a move.
And what's his name? Ayton? Was it DeAndre?
Yeah, DeAndre Ayton. Yeah, but a good guy, you know.
He wasn't up there doing a layup either. He was gonna jam that shit.
He was gonna throw it down.
You know what I mean?
Throw it down.
That's what made that block great.
It was good. It was good. But again, there's also a problem with how it looks optically. Like it just doesn't resonate with the same pizzazz as like the LeBron chase down block or some of these other ones. You know, because it was quick. You know, there was no imminent object meets colossal force. You know, kind of boom moment. It was just like you're looking and it just happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do still think that it is Sponer worthy.
It's Sponer worthy. Yeah. Sponer worthy. I'll give it that. You know, it just doesn't really get my spawn going as much as like this sweet ass shirt right here. You know, Lemon City Racing. Hop on it. F1 or FU shirts are available now. LemonCityLive.com/shop. Get with it. Wait, do we have that? I think we have don't we have like a thing for that? Yeah, there it is. Booyakasha.
There you go.
LemonCityLive.com/shop. Get yourself a sweet F1 or FU
I think free
shirt.
shipping ends tonight, no?
Free shipping, yes. It could be ending tonight, and then I think we have another sale starting tomorrow. But there's always a good time. Always a good time. Get on there, get your shirts, be cool, and you know what? Let's do this because I'll have this. I want to remind everybody of how awesome that sale is and everything that we got going. Let's just put it on the bottom. There we go. LemonCityLive.com. Shop, hang out, and enjoy. And speaking of, Gus.
Yes.
Did you hear that?
No.
If you don't put your ear to the ground, you won't hear the buffalo coming. Isn't that how it goes?
I've never heard that.
Oh. You hear that?
Oh.
Formula in. It's that time, bro. I got a little something for you when it comes to little Formula One here. I got in honor of Achilles not being. All right, bro. Get this, okay? I'm excited. All right. So Sunday we got the race. All right. Yes. I'm obviously Team Lando. You're Team Max for stacking there. Gus for stacking. Max for stapping. Sorry. We'll find out what Gabriel's driver is when we bring him on here shortly. We all got our sides, we all got our things, but check this out, dude. They're doing things differently this weekend's race. They're up, you know where they're at?
The British GP, right?
Yes, right, baby. They're up in Silverstone.
Oh,
I think that's the name. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's the best Silverstone right there, bro. Ooh, Alicia Silverstone, right? That was our crush. Oh, big time when we were
90s
kids.
all-timer.
Oh, yes. Easy top 5, top 3 90s all-timer there. So they're at Alicia Silverstone's place this weekend. They're going to be doing 3 races over there, okay? 3 races, I think, over the next few weeks. They're going to be visiting there. But they're doing something different this race, okay? So get this. How's the normal process when it comes to qualifying and the weekend, right? You go Friday, practice. Everybody's testing out their cars. Yep. You know, they're doing all their stuff. It's all exciting. Then you kind of get a feel. Then Saturday, what do we do? Qualifying. That's right, my man. You know what's up. Saturday, it's all about the lap times. You know, all out. Push it. Right? You know, who's did the fastest? Oh, it's probably Hamilton. You know?
Who's gonna get P1? This season, it's probably Max Verstappen. Actually,
that's right. That's right. But I like that. I like how you use the P1. Yeah. So who gets that pole position? Right. That P1, highly coveted. You get points for this. And then Sunday you have the race. That's the Saturday's qualifier determines the grid. They're doing things different, right? They're spicing it up. They're rolling the dice. They're like, yo, you know what? We got a great thing over here. We got so many fans. We got these guys in Miami that are super into it right now. So let's shake it up for them. How do we make it more exciting? They're doing what's called a sprint this weekend, okay?
All right, tell me what that is.
So get this. This is great. So today there was no practice. Today was the qualifying. Yes. Okay. Check this out, okay? Today's the qualifying, right? And today's qualifying determined a grid for tomorrow, okay? Where they're going to do a 17-lap sprint to determine the grid for Sunday. How cool is that? So now you could get Hamilton has the pole for the sprint tomorrow, right?
Okay.
So tomorrow he'll start at the front. He's just got to hold it down for 17 laps. There should be no pit strategy. Just get out the blocks, take off, and probably not get
pit strategy.
No pit strategy here. 17 laps. I don't think so.
Fastest wheels and fucking
just go. You know what I'm saying?
Push. All you're gonna hear is push. You're not gonna hear box.
Oh. No box. Just lots of push.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, right? So then. Oh, what's that? That's Sunday. Sunday, the race field will be determined on what happens tomorrow at the sprint. How cool is that? Right? I like that. I like that strategy, right?
Yeah.
So it's they're gonna do this 3 times this season. Starting tomorrow's the first one. So
cool.
F1 been very crazy. You know, they released a new car for next season. You saw that? Really cool.
Stoner.
I'm at that level. I don't think I'm at the level where Achilles is at. I think he's at the 2-month fandom already. I think I'm just breaking into 1 month. So I don't know what the new car means. I don't know what it is. Like, it looks like the old car. I don't know what the differences are. I'm not there yet, but I'll get there. You know,
I mean, if you compare them, you'll see the differences.
I guess, but to me, I don't know. But
I don't have the car memorized in my head. So
you know what I'm saying? No. Did you see season?
Like, it looks cool.
Did you see season 3 yet of the show?
I'm like halfway through season 3.
Okay, all right. So so you already saw how the Racing Point, they were getting criticized for copying Mercedes' look.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I couldn't.
The last episode I saw was you couldn't tell.
I couldn't. I'm like, oh, they all look the same to me. It's just different colors.
Pink Mercedes. Yeah.
That's what they were talking about. To me, it was just like, hey, all these cars look cool. I don't know. Yeah. But you were saying
the last episode I saw was when this guy finally wins. What's his name? The French dude.
Pierre Gasly.
Gasly, that's right.
Yeah, really good episode. So
that was a good episode, man.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, bro, enjoy it. The end of the season is phenomenal. It's a great time. I'm all into it. I miss it. I kind of wish that because now I know that I'm not gonna have that show until after this season's over, and we're still far away from that. So I'm kind of like, I need something to watch. But so tomorrow, the sprint. Okay, tune into that. We got that going on. Sunday,
we kind of do have the show. Once we finish season 3, we just watch the season.
Yeah, I know.
We watch it live.
Yeah, well, no.
That's the show.
And next week, next year, we'll be on it. You know what I'm saying? We'll be making our appearance on the
Miami episode.
Yeah, they'll be like, oh, let's bring on these 3 F1 guys.
These F1 or FU guys.
These what? I can't wait till next year where Lewis Hamilton is rocking an F1 or FU shirt on the podium. You know what I mean? Oh,
that'd be amazing.
Or my boy Lando, one of them is going to be rocking these F1 or FU shirts, or definitely some people out in the crowd. But that's what's happening. It's going to be exciting. tune in. I'm ready for Sunday morning. I'm gonna go to Winn-Dixie across the street. I'm gonna get my pastelitos. I'm gonna get my tostada, my coffee, and I'm gonna sit down there and just be all about F1 or FU on Sunday. And hopefully, Lando gets a big win. So, that's where we're at, bro. That's our that's our F1 or FU report. How do we do without Achilles? That was pretty good.
I think we did great.
I think we're very informative. No,
we're the best.
We are. All right, cool. Anyway, all right. So good times. All right, let's recap. Where are we? We talked football.
Bro, we talked soccer. We talked NBA. We talked F1 or FU.
That's right.
I think it's time for some pelota.
Oh, it is time to bring on a little baseball. Let's see if our boy is ready. Gabe, thumbs up if you're good to go there. I know you're sipping your drink. You're good to go. All right, let's bring him on. Booyakasha. There he is.
Dang, it's cafecito time. Cafecito time at 9:38.
Yeah, actually, cafecito, café con leche.
That's right, bro.
All right.
See, let me ask you: is that a Gus? Did you grow? I grew up drinking café con leche like at all times of the day. At night, it was like a thing we used to do growing up, like in the house. Like every night, we would have café con leche, like before going to bed, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Is that a weird local thing to me, or was that
I think that's a very not all Hispanics, but a very Hispanic thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gabe, is that can you concur, or how are you on that?
I concur.
So you're okay with this? This is a normal thing, having the coffee later on in the day.
Day, night, morning, evening.
I like it. I'm down with that. I didn't have the colada. That's just like a morning thing, like you pass that around and stuff like that. But like café con leche, hey, anytime at night, it's cool.
Yeah, man.
By the way, that Winn-Dixie's my Winn-Dixie.
That's your Winn-Dixie too?
Yeah, no, that's been my Winn-Dixie. You just
I know you got dibs. You got dibs. But hey, you know what? Meet me there at about 8:30 on Sunday. I'm gonna be there. Getting ready for getting my tostada and getting ready for the race. You can come back and watch the race with me. So let me ask you: have you watched the show on Netflix?
No, I haven't actually.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So here's the official.
I have a huge backlog of shows, and that's been the priority. But I will say, I am a big fan of one of the races of F1, except he's not an F1 though.
Okay. So how are you a fan of the races of? Huh?
I'm a fan of Ricky Bobby. Does that count as being a fan of?
No. You gotta say John Gerard.
John Gerard,
NASCAR, bro.
Yeah, John Gerard came over from F1. He's an all timer.
He's phenomenal.
Dude, you got to clear up your movie queue on Netflix, and you got to bump up Drive to Survive. Is that what it's called? I don't know I just know it as the F1 show. You got to watch that. Yeah, Formula One, Drive to Survive. I think it's what the actual formal title of the show is. Definite must watch. You got to check it out. It's phenomenal. And you don't have to know anything about it because they'll teach you everything about it. And it is cool. It is just a cool show. I got into it.
You'll start learning and you won't even realize it.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Because that's what happened to me.
What's that?
Yeah.
That is fun and educational.
Yeah, bro, I'm telling you, it's a must watch, bro. It's a good time.
Yeah.
Anyway, so all right, we didn't bring you on here to talk F1. We're gonna save that for after you watch the show, and then you can join us on the F1 or FU report. What we're here to talk about is is baseball, baby. It's that time, bro. It is now.
Have to started.
Yeah. What's the status on the Marlins game right now? Are you watching?
We are definitely winning.
Okay, we're winning game 2.
Yeah, we started off really bad though because I don't know if you know, but Jesus Sanchez went on the IL and for undisclosed reasons, and that leads people to believe that it's because of COVID.
Great.
It's nowhere near so far as bad as the outbreak that the Yankees are having. That includes at least 6 players now, including Aaron Judge. But they brought on.
You're telling me that big ass Aaron Judge has still not gotten vaccinated?
I don't know if he's gotten vaccinated, but he is one of the 6 Yankees players that tested positive, according to ESPN's Jeff Passan.
Oof.
Damn, dude. I don't understand, man. Like, I get everybody is entitled to whatever it is, to feel how they feel about these vaccines and everything, but you can walk up to any CVS now and just get it. You know what I mean? It's not like there's a shortage of it, and that's the frustrating part. That at this point, this far into the game, man, like you're just doing yourself more harm, man. Like if you're not out there taking care of yourself. So hopefully everybody's all right. Hopefully nobody gets seriously hurt, sick, or even worse. Hopefully they come back from this. So the Yankees, that's why they had to cancel yesterday's game, but they're playing today, right?
They are playing today, last I checked.
Yankees, Red Sox, big rivalry. Bigger rivalry, Marlins and Phillies, right? Is that what we're playing?
Yeah. The doubleheader is Marlins and Phillies. And let me tell you, man, we started off pretty bad. I mean, so like I said,
they lost first game,
goes on IL, and we lost to Matt Moore.
Wow,
he's a pitcher whose ERA is higher than 5, and he looked like an all-star pretty much pitching against us. So we lost the first game 5-2. We're winning now 7-0, and it looks like we're going to win. Knock on wood, we're 3 outs away from winning.
Okay.
Hopefully the bullpen does not implode, but between that demoralizing loss, so to speak, and Jesus Sanchez heading to the IL, it hasn't been a really good start to the second half.
No.
So far, it looks like we're still going to go into sell mode. All hints are pointing that way.
Okay.
So if there's a particular Marlins player that you're enjoying right now,
savor
him tightly because savor it. I mean, I'll tell you this right now. In today's game, the one that's going on right now, we're winning 7-0. And there's 2 players that have made up almost all of our hits and all of our runs. Starling Marte,
Duvall,
and Aguilar.
Those
are 2 of the guys.
I think Aguilar, Duvall, and Marte are all gone. Miggy Rose probably going to be gone too. They're going to gut this team, bro. They're going to gut this
team. Gabby, who do you think is safe though? Who do the Marlins want to keep?
That they want to keep?
Yeah, who's safe?
I honestly think that despite all the chatter, I think Miguel Rojas is going to stay. Mm-hmm. But with that said, it could be Cooper, it could be Aguilar, it could be Marte, most likely Marte. Like I feel like he's the most likely. Duvall could be gone too. All I know is that don't make any bets on the outfield because they're the more likely folks to be gone. But if I had to pick someone to feel comfortable with that they'll stay, it's Miguel Rojas. I mean, he's been here even before the new management came.
Yeah.
He's one of the faces of the Marlins. When you think of the Marlins, he's probably one of the first names to come to mind.
He's the oldest tenured Marlin, no?
I believe so. And if they move him, it will cause quite a bit of a backlash. I think that the top 2 moves that will be the most unpopular will be moving Marte and if they move Miguel Rojas.
To be fair, though, I mean, who's going to be upset? Like, nobody goes to the games. I'm not trying to be that guy. Nobody goes again. People are going to the games, but really, if the Marlins get rid of a Miguel Rojas or a Marte, it's going to be a story here for like half a day. You know what I mean?
It's going to a couple of thousand people.
They're going to piss off a few people. We'll talk about it briefly. City. Yeah, we'll talk about it briefly on the show. Local radio will mention it, might have a segment devoted to it, but they're not moving the needle. You know what I mean? In this town, nobody cares. It's going to be a bigger story wherever they end up than them leaving here. You get what I'm saying? So wherever it is that they end up, I think...
You got to keep Jazz, though. Got to keep Jazz.
I think Jazz
is going to stay. Like I haven't heard anything about that. And to be honest, they love him so much that, like I said in the previous article that I wrote of assessing the Marlins, they're going to entertain any and all options because it never hurts to listen. But you can pretty much tell who's hands off.
Yeah.
The pitching core is going to stay. Jazz, they're not going to give up. In fact, they are likely to move Rojas for Jazz to move over to shortstop because remember, that's his natural position. He's playing second base right now. And Isan Diaz could always come over to second or another player. So the pieces are in place to make these quick adjustments because there's a lot of rookies and prospects waiting in the wings.
Yep.
Jesus Sanchez as well. And we traded Corey Dickerson to make room for Jesus Sanchez. The only thing is that right now he is out for an unknown amount of time for an undisclosed reason. So,
not wearing his mask.
Who knows? But it's got all the hallmarks that he has COVID. They haven't confirmed anything. So for now, we're just going to wait and see. But usually when a player goes on IL, they say why.
Yeah.
Unless it's COVID, because with COVID, that's already it's privacy.
Yeah, and there's also a different IL for COVID too. It's not like a fixed one, like the regular IL where you got to do your 10 days, and then
that's another thing. It's not fixed. That's what leads many people to believe that it's COVID because, like you said, usually IL has fixed amount of days, and COVID does not.
Yeah,
and he doesn't have a return date right now, so that's what everyone's saying. And in response to this, they have Isan Diaz and your boy Lewis Brinson prepped and ready to go in case there's more outbreaks or someone else gets sick or injured.
Oh boy, God, Lewis Brinson.
Oh come on, man! You love Lewis Brinson.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
That guy, bro.
I've come to talk with you.
I don't want anything to do with that dude, bro. He's just nice guy, bro. Nice guy, but just why is he still being tossed around? Now it's just abuse. I really think it's like mental abuse that we're doing to him. Like he's got, what do you got, that Stockholm syndrome, where you start falling in love with your abuser? I think that's what he has. Like he's just so beat up by Marlins, just tormenting him for years that he's just, this guy is just oh God, I feel bad for him. I think you're right. I think the young guys like a Jazz and some of the other guys, there's no reason to trade them. There's no reason to get anything for them because you don't pay them anything, so you got complete control. The guys that have talent and you want to keep that I think are untouchable, I think you're right. It's the pitching staff, your Sandys, your Pablos, your Trevors, and
Sandy stunk it up today, no?
Huh?
Sandman stunk it up today.
So did Sandy pitch game 1?
Yeah.
Sandy did pitch game 1, but they lost 5-2.
So wait, you mean to tell me, okay, you mean to tell me that the damn Philadelphia Phillies had a week off and they threw out, after everybody's rested, they threw out a guy who used to be the backup quarterback of the Miami Dolphins, who's got an ERA over 5, as the guy who's supposed to lead them in the start of the second half of the season against the Marlins with their ace, Sandy Alcantara. And this is what we get, a 5-2 loss?
5-2
that's
loss.
Bad. That's bad.
Loss. And Sandy just didn't have he didn't have that dominating outing that we're used to. He lasted 3 innings, gave up 5 runs, 3 of them earned, and only had 3 strikeouts. So you can blame the offense, but Sandy wasn't exactly lights out either. Yeah. So he's 5-9 now. His ERA is still fine, 3.23, but it's a bunch of things. Like I said in the article, it's injuries, it's inconsistency all around. Mm-hmm. The bullpen looks shaky. The offense is anemic. And this puts pressure on the starting pitching, forcing them to be, I got to pitch perfect. I got to pitch stellar. And, I'm pretty sure mentally that takes a toll on the team. Yeah. You have to pitch. If you give up more than 2 runs, the game's already over. And that's a lot of pressure on a starting pitcher. They still have to do a good job anyway. That's why when you ask them these questions, they say, no, we have to do a good job anyway. But it's that knowing that your offense is not as good as you would like them to be, that your margin of error is that much more smaller.
Okay. I think I just got the alert here. Marlins 7, Phillies 0. All right, so we got to win. We're back, even squared here. All right, so let's recap here, Gabe. Nice. You're telling me you haven't seen anything here to make you feel otherwise or contrary to how you feel, which is you think the Marlins are going to be sellers. And
nothing's changed. They're going to be sellers.
Okay, so they're going to be sellers.
Who's going to remain after everything's said and done?
Okay.
Nothing's changed, not even your all-time Marlins list?
Oh.
Let me clarify. And I'm going to double down right now. Ichiro Suzuki will still be on that list. He will remain on that list. And there is nothing you can say or do to change my mind. You can throw me in the pit right now, and he's still going to be there. Which reminds me, didn't you or someone else here have Jeff Conine outside of that list?
Not me. You in the pit.
Oh, no! I think it was Dennis.
Dennis had, and then Gus.
I don't remember my list.
Yeah,
Gus didn't even have a list.
Okay, I want to ask you. All right, so you got this love affair for Ichiro as a Marlin. Is it strictly a Japanese thing? Like you were fascinated by the story, or was there something that Ichiro did that other guys didn't do that you were like, okay, I'm a fan.
It was a lot of things. It was his personality, the way that he stepped into the batter's box, his story,
so the swag a little bit.
Gabby's the polar opposite of Stephen A. That's what it is.
Exactly. Gabriel Garcia over here is definitely not Stephen A. Smith. Let me ask you, now that we're talking about, Stephen A. here, what are your thoughts on Shohei Ohtani? Is there any, similarities there between Ohtani and Ichiro that make you go, oh, this could be my next Ichiro? Like, is this
I have big respect for Ichiro Suzuki.
Okay.
But while Ichiro can hit, not necessarily for power, but he can hit like Ohtani, he definitely can't pitch like Ohtani. Everybody remembers when he went into for relief against the Phillies, and they just did that to, so he's able to pitch because he's pitched before in his career.
Mm-hmm.
And let's face it, man, Ohtani's a once-in-a-lifetime player. He's a two-way player that can pitch, that can hit. You tell him to do anything, and he'll do it.
Let me tell you.
It's incredible.
Oh, he's phenomenal.
I'm still shocked over it, that we have that kind of player that left everything behind in his country to come play for Major League Baseball. He left everything. He doesn't dominate the language. He just came here to play the game that he loves.
Mm-hmm.
And he's, to be honest, if I think Major League Baseball, I'm actually kind of proud that the first face that I think of is not the usual, All-American or guy from Dominican Republic or Cuban player. It's now a Japanese individual, a gentleman, that is probably going to be, if this keeps up, a Hall of Famer. I'm pretty sure someone's already saying, no, he's a Hall of Famer, or we have to wait.
Hall of Famer, let's pump the brakes. What he's doing is unprecedented, and we're going to enjoy every second of it.
Like I said, if it keeps up, it's Hall of Fame material.
But you're right. You look across baseball right now, you're seeing Shohei Ohtani, you're seeing Fernando Tatis Jr., you're seeing Vladdy Guerrero Jr., you're seeing guys
home run tonight.
Yeah, who's on? If
he's raking it,
he has a chance to get a triple crown. You know what I mean? He's just a couple home runs because he's hitting for average and he's got the RBIs. Ohtani's got the homers, but he doesn't have the average. You got such a multicultural face of baseball right now. It's beautiful. The All-Star game was really showed that off, and you really got to see, and it proved that Stephen A. Smith is a complete sapingo and doesn't know anything of what he's talking about when it comes to this kind of stuff. And I have that guy, just screw him. But listen, I want to ask you, with Ohtani, they were actually talking about, this is how much this guy doesn't know anything. The non-face of baseball, Shohei Ohtani, his All-Star game jersey is being up for auction right now, and it's up over $111,000 that they want. That it's the bids are at. Mm-hmm. You know what the second place jersey is? I think it's
jersey.
I think it's Fernando Tatis or Vladdy, and it's something like $3,000 their bids are at for that one.
I thought it was like 6,000 or something like that. But still,
it's in the single digit thousands. You know what I mean? And this guy's up over into six figures already. So again,
it was 2,500.
2,500. There you go. So even less.
Yeah.
I was listening to the radio going up before the All-Star game, and I didn't mention this on Tuesday. I forgot, but I was listening to John Smoltz, who was actually doing the call for the game on the All-Star game. And they were asking him, like, hey, what do you, obviously the talk was Shohei and everything, and I want to know what you think here, Gabriel. He was saying that if Ohtani, this is coming from John Smoltz, a Cy Young winner, Hall of Fame pitcher.
John Smoltz.
John Smoltz.
We don't have to go into it. We just say the John Smoltz.
He's got the resume. He knows, and he's like, look, there is an immense amount of pressure to be a pitcher, to be a successful pitcher. There's so much work that goes into it. And he said that Ohtani's only giving it 20% because he's only pitching every 5 days. You know what I mean? So the rest of the time he's focusing on hitting, that he doesn't even have time to really hone in on his craft. With that being said, he said that if Ohtani were to just focus on pitching, exclusively on pitching, right, he would be one of the best pitchers, if not the best pitcher in baseball right now. That's how good his stuff is. His mechanics and everything is that if he were to focus just exclusively on pitching, he would be dominant. You know what I mean? And it's, but he doesn't. That's the whole thing. It's part of his contract that he gets to be a two-way player and he gets to do other stuff. But it's phenomenal coming from a guy like John Smoltz to say something like that. That if he were to just stop hitting, he would be, the best pitcher. And yeah, he's not going to stop hitting because he's raking.
Of course not. I mean, he's still good enough as a pitcher to get the job done. Mm-hmm. And he gets to contribute on the other side of the plate. Come on.
All you got to think of is how many pitchers do you know of that are able to hit consistently?
None. It's not supposed to be.
Not supposed to be at all. That, in fact, it's the reason why right now we want the DH in the National League.
Of course.
So the pitcher doesn't have to grab a bat. So the pitcher just focuses on pitching on the mound. So what he's doing right now, like I said, in my opinion, it's once in a lifetime. The only other person that I've seen that is a two-way player from my own coverage is FIU's Logan Allen. He was he played first base and he also pitched, and he was the team's ace. And I still remember in the beginning of the season in 2019, I believe, or 2019 or 2020. I think it was 2020.
19. No, 2020 season was canceled, no?
No, but they played a few games. They played about 14 games around there.
Okay.
But in the beginning of the season, when he went out to pitch, he had over 100 scouts watching him. That's amazing.
Yeah.
If, not only because for an FIU player, but that was amazing, period.
Yeah, no, the kids.
That's why I have a great appreciation for Ohtani, because even though, Logan Allen is a two-way player and he's not like that kind of player, you have to appreciate the ability of a pitcher to help his own cause by getting on base. Because a lot of times the pitchers will free out. They'll They'll just stand there, and if they're lucky, the other pitcher's going to raise their pitch count because they threw 2 or 3 balls. But outside of that, man,
it's an easy out. You're not supposed to be a threat.
Cause that Logan Allen did the same thing when he was at FIU. You have to respect that in the pitcher.
Look, hold on a second. Look, Logan Allen's a great guy. He's a nice guy. We talked to him, covered him. He's up in I think Cleveland or wherever he is now. I don't know what team he got drafted by. Was it the Indians? I believe. I don't know. That's the one that came up to mind. Anyway, but he was in college, okay? And Mark McGwire was also a pitcher in college, and you know what ended up happening there. So in college,
he went to go play basketball.
In college, it's different. It's a different beast in college. I'm not going to give him the same props or put him in the same pedestal here.
He's not on the same pedestal, but you have to appreciate.
Appreciate, but the level of competition and the pressure,
no matter the level that they're in.
Yeah, but I feel like comparing it or making that assumption is almost a little disrespectful to Ohtani here. I want to respect Ohtani, what he's doing. I think what Ohtani's doing on a day in and day out basis is actually probably like what Bo Jackson did, or Deion Sanders. We're talking playing 2 sports. But they were doing it at different times of the year. He's doing it every night, and in some games, he's doing them both at the same time. You know what I mean? That to me is bananas. The fact that this guy has to go in there, train like a hitter and train like a pitcher, which is 2 different mindsets, 2 different creatures, 2 different just protocols, everything. It's amazing. And you know what? If you're listening, if you're watching, whatever it is, man, do yourself a favor. Just sit back and enjoy the rest of the season, man, and just it is what it is. We don't know what's going to happen. Eventually, I think at one point, the Angels are going to be like, look, bro, we can't lose your bat because you blew out your elbow or you got injured pitching, or we can't lose your pitching because, you injured yourself running the bases, something like that. At some point, something's got to give, and they're going to have to say, hey, look, we need you at one thing just to maximize, availability. And I hope that doesn't happen. I hope that happens years from now because I want to keep watching this, man. This is just too much fun. And way too cool. Is
he leading the MVP race right now?
Oh, he's the MVP. He's the MVP. Him and if Vladdy can pull off or continue. Here's the thing with Vladdy, he's been tearing it up and he's phenomenal. But the thing is, Ohtani's in the same league with the both of them in the AL.
That's the thing. Like for any hitter to get the MVP, he's gonna have to like really dominate over Ohtani because Ohtani's also contributing as a pitcher. So
yeah, they'll get the points here. If Vladdy comes through with this, continues, the thing is, Vladdy's, I don't have his numbers in front of me, but he is tearing it up. He is, his average is up there, RBIs, home runs. He's only a couple behind. If he keeps up with them and he comes close to threatening for that Triple Crown, it's going to be a race to who stays healthy, longer into the season. You know what I mean? But both of them are worthy of it. I think what Ohtani did having the opportunity to start the All-Star game as a pitcher and bat leadoff, I think that's almost like an MVP in itself already for him. You know what I mean? That's just something that will never be duplicated again. I don't know, very unlikely. But just sit back and enjoy it, man. If those two guys are battling to the end of the season for the MVP, it's going to be a great season, and it's going to be a great finish.
Yeah,
we haven't seen this kind of competition since Mark McGwire, Sammy Sosa. To be honest,
man. Yeah, it could be like that. You know what I'm saying? It's something to watch, man. It'll be a whole lot of fun. But all right, I think we just I think we're at that moment, huh? Are we there, Gus? Doing one of these?
Yeah.
And everyone goes to the pit.
Before we wrap it up, just one more cool thing about Shohei Ohtani. Did you see what he did with his home run derby prize money?
No, I didn't hear about this. What's that?
He got $150K for participating in the derby, and he gifted that money to the Angels employees.
Oh, wow. Nice. Yeah. That is very cool. Take that, Stephen A. Smith. You bum. Freaking hate that guy, bro. Ugh, man. Anyway, all right.
I think Stephen A. Smith, I just think of clickbait. You just says things incendiary to get things talking. Because what's that phrase, Edwin?
The unmitigated goal on Stephen A. Smith. That's my limited Stephen A. impression right there.
Anyway, I'm done with that guy. I'm not done with baseball. I'm excited. I'm excited for baseball the second half. I'm looking forward to it. I feel like it's going to be a dark time for Marlins fans in a couple of weeks here when we get to this trade deadline. I think it's going to be the few that we have are going to be disappointed once again, and we'll see. Hopefully, maybe this is the off season where we finally, start doing those changes, and But if we ask Achilles, he'll tell you, bro, what else are they going to do, bro? So good thing he's not here.
Well, he does have a point. If it ain't working, you got to make some fixes.
Anyway. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. But anyway, big thank you to Alex Winley for joining us earlier in the show and having a nice discussion about soccer and Inter Miami and everything that's been going on. Check out the podcast. We'll have the F1 snippet up there. We'll have a little on deck with Gabriel also as well to get your Marlins fix in there. Be sure to check it out, lemoncitylive.com/shop. Take advantage. Tonight is the last free shipping, so go out there, get yourself the sweet Formula 1, F1, or FU shirts. And other than that, we'll be back on Tuesday. Cool? Plug Talk back on Monday, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, cool. So other than that, everybody, thank you so much for hanging out, being a part of your, letting us be a part of your evening. Gabe, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Gus, always a pleasure. Sweet shirt. I like seeing myself on you there. And everybody who's watching, thank you so much. Have a great evening, and we'll see you El Martes. Bye. Later.